I tell you something about, I love men. I dig men the most. I get the kind that look like I dig them up. But what do you think? I date a man my age. Can you imagine me dating a 90-year-old coot? He'd chase you around the room, and by the time he caught you, he done forgot what he was chasing you. Or a young dude they call the toy boy. And the hair all on the pillow, my hair over there on the dresser, and the boobs is on the dresser, the teeth is on the dresser. The dude said he didn't know whether to jump on the dresser or jump in the bed.
I think we need to talk more about your book, Swing, Swing Baby Swing. I opened up a can of worms, I think.
Well, you know, Swing Baby Swing is amazing. Richard brought me out to Stanford, and it was the first time I was able to work on a steady basis with the same group of dancers. And then I used to go there, and I used to find something I had to do different every time I went out. But it was Swing Baby Swing that I introduced at one of the things that we did at Stanford. And all the material I use in my act, I broke it in originally at Stanford University, and that's how, have you heard? Did you get the word? Gotta get myself going, gotta get my seeds a sowing, gotta do my thing. Swing, baby, swing. That's the name of the book. So happy I got it out. But it's been a pleasure being here with you guys.
Wait.
Love you.
Wait, you can't leave yet. Question. Can you talk more about, because this place we call Cat's Corner, partly because of Cat's Corner from Savoy. So can you talk a little more about the names of Cat's Corner and blah, blah, blah?
Well, Cat's Corner was in the Savoy, you know, and the top end of the Savoy was where what was considered the best dancers jammed. I mean, a great number would be on, and that would be where the movie stars would be sitting like you guys are sitting over there. Well, naturally, the show-off time came, and one was trying to outdance the other. That became Cat's Corner. That was where all the best dancers were. Actually, we were doing a lot of our rehearsing in that corner. And Whitey would see a big movie star. That's what we call dancing on cue. Get ready, dance, damn it, dance. But out of it became, some of us became very proficient at it. And when you dance, when you got a guy like a Frankie Manning, and you had a guy like Frankie Manning, William Downs, and when they swung out, well now, how do you top what they did? I mean, we're just talking about dancing socially. If you saw Frankie Manning dance socially, he was amazing. He really was. He had a swing. He represented the best in swing. He looked like a person should. Every step looked like it should be, even though a lot of dancers dance straight. But Frankie was the one that put the bend in the dance. He put the beat, but he had a beat. And if you notice, Chaz, his son, got the same beat. You know, he was the one that I created, give me that beat. That was Chaz was in my act. And Chaz had that rhythm. And funny, he had 4 kids, and Chaz is the only one, them other kids don't dance for and shit, I mean shucks. They're the most wooden-ass dancers. But Frankie was special. But we had all this. I had a guy named Long George that he was all legs. And he would swing, and that leg would kick out, and he was the one that created that leg going around. He could balance on one foot, and he would wrap that leg around. These were steps that they created. You take Snooky Beasley, when you see Dead to Races, this sucker was that created the lock. You know that thing where you lock the leg?
Yeah.
And they created these steps themselves. We weren't taught. There were no classes where we come. We were the classes. But we were so good, we did it all. There was a band up there rehearsing, and we're dancing in the daytime to the band rehearsing. That led to us being booked with the band in the theaters. That's how we got Chick Webb, Whitey's Lindy Hopper, Ella Fitzgerald.
Oh, I know what I want to ask you. Talk about Ethel Waters and how she named you guys.
Well, Ethel Waters was the name that named us Whitey. Ethel Waters, I come up to the Savoy one day and I noticed Whitey's over there in the center and he's talking to this fabulous looking woman. And everybody's whispering and tiptoeing around and Whitey is in the presence of a star. Her name was Ethel Waters. She wanted to come to the Savoy to learn how to do the Lindy because she wanted to put it in her show. So Whitey assigned Frankie to dance with her, and her escort she had was Archie Savage, who later became the lead dancer with Katherine Dunham. And he assigned me to dance with Archie. So we would, every afternoon after school, we would be in the ballroom in the center because nobody must disturb Miss Ethel Waters because she was a big star. Remember, those days we had stars. And she had just come out of a Broadway show and she's taking the show on the road. And she chose to take us with her. And we played from the Apollo Theater, the Howard Theater, went all around the world, and we went out west on the Paramount circuit. In those days, theaters they called it a circuit. Paramount, New York had a Paramount, in Ohio, Paramount, in there, and all the way out to Los Angeles. And that's where MGM was making a movie with the Marx Brothers. And they saw us, and they'd had a big black scene in that movie, but something was missing. So when they saw us, they thought we would be the perfect cap for that scene. So they brought everybody back. And the results was, when you see Day at the Races, that was a 3-day shoot at Universal, and that became the first movie role that we had was Day at the Races. And if you notice, our skirts was all the way down here. You notice? Now the next, in Health of Poppin', you notice our skirts? Progress, my dear. But that was how that happened. But it was with the Ethel Waters show that they saw us, and she named us for her act, Whitey's Lindy Hoppers. It was Ethel Waters, 1937.
I have a question. Norma, so my first teacher back in 1984 was Al Mintz, because
Yes.
we brought him over to Sweden from New York. And I wonder if you can tell them anything about Al Mintz, because...
Well, Al Mims was the first one that went out to being a teacher.
Yeah.
We didn't know any, it never dawned on us about teaching. But now we're not getting any work. Everybody's separated. The guys are being taken, the Army has taken all of our guys, so things are changing. So when we finally got back together, Al is coming up teaching. He was teaching at Sandra Cameron
Dance Studio.
Right. And I understand that some Swedish people came over and wanted him to come to Sweden.
Yeah, it was...
It was Leonard Westerlund and Anders Lund.
And Henning.
Well, then when he would come back, we would come to me and Frank, we used to go dancing at Small's Paradise every Monday. And and Al would come up and said, those are his students. I said, what students? What is he talking about students? He was teaching, and he went on to be one of the first of us who went out into the teaching. Al was a very, very good dancer. He was different from the rest of us because he had that wide leg type of thing. But we were 4 distinct, different style dancers that blended together. And Al, unfortunately, took ill, and I understand he never got the harangue. Yeah.
No, he died shortly after 1984 when we brought him to Stockholm.
Yeah.
And I think he passed away just half a year after.
Right.
I think it was stroke.
But we worked, listen, we did Rio de Janeiro. We had a great act. And, but the war came and screwed us all up. And, the best dancers was being taken, and Whitey wanted me to resume with new dance partners. But I'm a person that, it's like looking at a diamond. How the hell am I going to accept a zircon? What he was showing me was just, they were lousy. So I quit.